Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome at the membership weekend of the European Choral Association here in wonderful Vilnius in Lithuania. It is my great honor to be the host of this first session, a hybrid project presentation session here in this wonderful city. And last year, we only had online presentations 1 week before the membership weekend in Novi Sad. And after evaluating the online sessions and also the membership weekend, we decided this year to go with a hybrid project presentations. And so special greeting goes to all of those that join us by Zoom and on the Facebook stream. And for those of you that don't know me, so my name is Joži Vok, and I am an assistant for regional development at the European Choral Association. And I will try to take you through this session as smoothly as possible with great help of our wonderful team here in Vilnius, and also in company of our president of the board of the European Choral Association, Mr. Dermot O'Callaghan, whom I would like to kindly ask to say a few welcoming words.
Good morning. Good morning, and it's lovely to see everybody here. You're so welcome to Vilnius. You all found it, which is wonderful. We are so delighted to welcome our membership and to have you here. I know so many people will have traveled far, some not so far, but many of us making trips to be here together. And this session this morning is about peer-to-peer exchange, about learning from one another and the great things that are happening in one another's countries. This is a project as part of our Creative Europe network funding from the European Union, our project Ignite. And we're grateful to the European Union for that essential support, which allows us to network together, to learn from one another, and to be here together in Vilnius. So have a wonderful morning, have a wonderful weekend, and we look forward to catching up with old friends, making new relationships, and enjoying these few days together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dermot. And now for the start, here are just some practicalities how this session will work. So as we are recording and streaming this session on Facebook, I would just like to ask everyone on Zoom who doesn't want their face to be seen to turn off the camera and also to be muted during the presentations. And today we will listen to 12 project presentations, and I can already tell you that there will be no time for questions at the end. So I kindly ask all of you here in Vilnius to find presenters during the breaks and chat with them, and all of those that would like to contact them, you can also write them an email, and if you don't have their contact details, please contact me and I will share them with you. So I guess this was just some simple instructions, and for the beginning I think it was enough of this introduction, and now we can go on a journey around the world and get to know the different projects, organizations working in the field of collective singing. So first, we will watch a presentation from Escola de Música Nostra Senhora do Combo from Portugal, which will present us the project Oficina Choral Choir Lab.
Mãe, andar bicicleta até já.
Dois, três, quatro, cinco, seis. Espera. Bravo!
José aperta o vaso, José aperta o bem. Na loja de uma estrandeira comprei um pifarito, tiroliroli, um pifarito. Dorme, dorme, meu menino, que a manjinha logo vem.
So greetings to Portugal and thank them for all the wonderful work they do with children. And now we will listen to the second presentation that is also connected to children's choirs. I kindly invite Henrike Schauerte from Deutsche Chorjugend to join me and share with us how you are creating children's choirs as safe spaces.
Thank you, Yoji. Thanks for the opportunity of presenting our project here. It's creating children's choirs as safe spaces through protection, prevention, and promotion of self-efficacy. So in Germany, this presentation addresses the topic of sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and peer-to-peer violence. In Germany, we are requested to come up with child welfare concepts when we work with children together in associations. So what we do as Deutsche Chorjugend, the German Youth Choir Association, is that we support choirs to implement and institutionalize child welfare concepts. To underline the relevance, just a short statement relating to Germany. The World Health Organization assumes that up to 1 million children and young people in Germany have already experienced or are experiencing sexual violence by adults. That's around 1 or 2 children in a school class. So thinking about how many kids are participating in our activities, in choral events, in the rehearsals, how many children are coming, singing in our choirs, and yeah, also joining collaborations with other associations or institutions where we don't have really the influence of who are they meeting, which rooms are they in, and everything. This number is like, okay, we have to expect that we also work with children who are affected by this, and not in our association necessarily, maybe also in a different environment, but we are the ones working with them regularly. Oh, that was the wrong direction. Okay, so what we do to incorporate child welfare into the work of children choirs in Germany, we sensitize our network to the issue of child welfare, and by, for example, a social media campaign where we address certain topics related to the work of choirs. So we for example, a usual situation that can happen, we display it and then we let the community discuss about it. Is there like is this situation maybe crossing a border, an emotional border or physical border, a boundary of a child or not? We offer workshops for all those involved in the choral community of a choir. We encourage conductors to use more participatory methods during their rehearsals. This is super important because how can we prevent adults using the power or misusing the power is by letting children decide and involving them. And so that's how we work with the conductors to get more, or even the whole association, the choir, to work more participatory. Then we provide information material and work aids for choirs to work on their own child welfare concept. It's nice as an association, at the head of an association, to have a child welfare concept, but each choir needs their own. They have different activities, they have different people being involved. So what we can do is to offer them templates and work aids, but then we have to work with them together to come up with their own concepts. Exactly, and then we support them in drawing up child welfare concepts. So we meet them regularly and work on the concept with them. And also we offer telephone advice on child protection in the children's sector, in the children's career. So also parents sometimes call us and ask, hey, this is or that situation happened in my choir, what can I do? A child welfare concept, just a short introduction to that. It's a preventious measure and a benefit for choirs, also for the choir community, in terms of how are we talking to each other, which rules of conduct do we have, and they're protecting children and young people from sexual, emotional abuse and peer-to-peer violence, which often also happens in the digital world, or even more. And then also they protect the associations by providing clear rules on how to behave in case there is an incident. As time is running, I'm showing you just a little bit of material. We came up with a poster on children rights that the choirs can set up in the rehearsal room. This is how the choirs can work on their code of conduct when they come together and set up the rules. And also good to just have posters, for example, in the toilet rooms, to say, okay, if you feel alone with your worries, this is numbers you can call and people you can address. If you like to exchange about the topic, I'll be here throughout the weekend and also via Zoom. I'm happy to receive emails and okay, I'm done.
Thank you, Henrike, bravo. Thank you, Henrike, again, yes, for sharing with us these wonderful experiences of the Deutsche Chorjugend and this very important topic, of course. And to sum up presentations about children and youth choirs, I invite Ruben Timmer from ZIMIC Netherlands to share with us the plan of the Dutch Choir Association, how to approach, how to motivate and stimulate children to sing in choirs in Netherlands. Ruben.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon if you're watching from home in a very different time zone, or good evening, whatever. My name is Ruben Timmer. I'm here on behalf of both ZIMIC and Koornetwerk Nederland, the Dutch Choral Association, who are both also a member of ECA, here to present a project that we are doing and will continue to do, which we are calling A Youth That Flourishes in Collective Singing. I just now remembered I have to do my own slides, so there we go. First of all, I have to give a big thank you to a colleague of mine, Claudia Fransen, who is not here today, but who did all the preparation for this presentation. And she was supposed to give this presentation, but sadly she is sick, so she's not here. But she is watching from home, so hello Claudia. I hope I'll do it as well as you could have done. But you will see her email address on the slides also, so if you want to reach out to her, then that's possible. So, the focus of the project, collective singing for youth and children, a work plan and strategy to motivate and support children to sing together. I will start with some context. Last year in September, Koornetwerk Nederland published a recovery and development plan by and for the Dutch choral community. We spoke to a lot of people in our choral sector and found some common topics, some big topics that we really need to work on. And this was developed by and supported by the Dutch government, who actually supported a lot of amateur arts organizations during and after the pandemic. One of the big themes in this plan was actually the singing youth. And for that, a lot of information was taken from a research that we did with Koornetwerk Nederland, which was done by Alba, who is now in the ECA Youth Committee. So that's a nice point. And I didn't even put it in myself, because that was Claudia. We started in April. We started to really work on developing this network of the children's professionals in the children's choir sector. And I will touch upon 2 points that we are already developing a lot. And if you want to know more, you know where to reach us. With this network, we developed this scheme, which is actually a scheme on how this children and singing and children's sector can look like. You have actually 4 layers. I'm not going to explain it in detail because I don't have the time. But there's 4 layers of singing children in different steps in their development. And to have this a flourishing sector, you also need some, there are some things that you need around this sector to make it work well. Well, you can see it here. And one other thing that we are also working on is something that is really involved in the pink layer, the second from the top, which is singing outside of school, because in schools a lot of things are happening already. But what we are also doing within this project is we have 3 partners from all over the Netherlands who are working together now to create a blueprint on accessible singing groups, how you can actually start them, how you can run them, and in the coming months we are preparing to present and publish a blueprint or a manual almost, so that all people in the Netherlands and maybe even abroad, if you're interested, who want to start a children's singing group can do so. And they're actually, well, we can, this blueprint gives you tips and tricks and tools on how to do that and what's important to think about. With, of course, the main goal to get more children in the Netherlands to sing together via accessible singing groups that also work in a way that's also very interesting for the children who want to sing together. There's more to come in 2024. This blueprint will become available in the next months, but next year we are going to implement this blueprint all over the Netherlands as well, and really experiment with it to see how we really can get this ball rolling. I think for me that's it. If you want to know more, again, here are our email addresses, and Claudia will be very happy to talk to you. And actually, I know that in a lot of places in Europe, there are, of course, a lot of these kind of initiatives already being done. If you have anything to add, or if you want to exchange, we would love to exchange with and learn from you. So please reach out to us so that we can actually, well, help also the children in all of Europe sing together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. And now we are moving to the package of presentations from the target countries of our regional development strategy. After a long time, we have among us a representative of the association from Poland. And Kamil Goyovi is presenting the Silesian Association of Choirs and Orchestras and their project Night of Choirs. Kamil, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Please let me read it because of a small amount of time. Dear European Choral Association family, if I can say so. My name is Kamil Goyovi and I am honored and so grateful to have the opportunity to participate in this event, especially due to a long and difficult path lead the organizations I represent to enter the current stage of dynamic development and conduct cultural and educational activities on a scale consistent with their capabilities and ambitions. Today, I represent 3 associations: Artists for Artists as a board member, Hurtownia Foundations as an ambassador, and mainly the Silesian Association of Choirs and Orchestras as a member of the main board and the coordinator. The strategic goal of Silesian Association of Choirs and Orchestras for the years 2022-2024 is to build a network of cooperation between artistic NGOs at the regional and national level. Also because next year, Katowice, the city of the association headquarters and the capital of Silesia, will gain the title of European City of Science, in which we will participate thanks to our combined efforts by organizing, for example, seminars on inclusiveness in the choir ensembles, as well as choral music interpretation workshops and a special series of lectures popularizing the Polish version of Benefits of Singing. However, in the next 2 years, the most important goal will be to enter the cultural traditions of Silesian amateur choirs on the national list of the cultural intangible heritage, as it is indicated in your ECA official statement about protection the collective singing. In this matter, a good practice is the promotion and internationalization, and this treasure of the region is Night of Choir Festival, combining what is material with what is intangible, the choral song. The International Festival Night of Choirs is an artistic, educational and social event. Its goal is to enable the city community and people who want to participate in it as listeners to experience valuable music. The presentations of invited choirs don't have the character of a competing or competitions. Their goal is to share the joy of singing and show that is something natural and available to everyone. An important assumption, therefore, is to avoid the statement that beautiful music is something elitist. The goal is quite different. Music is something extremely common. The formula of the festival is unusual. It takes the form of a walk during which the audience moves between concert venues, wanting to listen to the ensemble of their choice. The 20-minute concert takes place simultaneously in several places connected with our tangible, architectural heritage. For example, the beautiful water tower, or the railway station, the library, or our local church in Market Square. The program of a cappella concert fits into following stylistic categories: early music, contemporary music, 20th, 21st century. I can say so the next category is classical music, a category covering styles between early and contemporary music. Then sacred music, folklore, jazz and pop, and children choirs, which is a very different category. The audience is able to develop vocally during short choir workshops. Also important point of the Night of Choirs, uniting everyone in common singing, is the performance of the song of the Night of Choirs during the closing ceremony on the main square. Our very big success is having more than 45 group of voluntary workers during our festival. I am very happy about it as their coordinator also. The fifth, so the next Night of Choirs, will take place in Ruda Śląska on 25th of May. If you want to know more, you can find some information on our website in process. We are processing it. We are in progress. So give us some time. Give us some time. And also on our Facebook profile. If you want to know more, you can also contact me. I am honored to be here. I would like to underline it one more time, and I hope that we will become an active member of ECA in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamal. We wish you many successful editions of the event also in the future, and a successful networking here in Vilnius. And now from sunny Cyprus comes Michalis Grigoriou, who is a very active member and conductor of the cultural movement Epilogue in Limassol. I kindly invite Michalis to present us a choral meeting and multiple messages that happened this summer. Michalis, please.
Hello to everyone. Good morning. My name is Michael Grigoriou. I'm coming from Cyprus, as you said. So I want to introduce you a great choral meeting with multiple messages that take place in Cyprus last summer on 15th and 16th of July. Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots choristers met, collaborated, and sang together. The power of music built bridges between people to build bridges between people was demonstrated once again by the Cyprus choral meeting. With the participations of approximately 170 chorists, children and adults from all over the Cyprus, intensive experiential workshops were held on the theme polyphony and improvisation through tradition by two internationally renowned conductors who taught and guided the choristers with much love and professionalism. The synergy between choirs from both sides of our island was extremely important, and even more important, of course, was the collaborate between the children choirs. The children was from the two communities, if you know the Cyprus problem, breaking down the boundaries of language and more, took the advantage of rare opportunity, worked together harmoniously, and present together 3 traditional songs from around the world, which they learned it in just 2 days under the guidance of Marley Debo from Belgium. Equally successful was the collaboration of the adult choristers under the guidance of Natalia Lamadaki from Greece. The choristers cooperated perfectly with each other and presented 3 songs from the Cyprus and Greek tradition as a result of their joint of the workshops. A representative from ECA attended to the workshops and introduced musicians and conductors about the opportunities that the European Choral Association offers to the choral community. So at this point, I want to share with you a real story that happened before 2 days. So before 2 days, when we arrived at Vilnius, we were walking around in the city with my colleague and friend Harry Yakula and her husband, who are Turkish Cypriots coming from the other side of the island. So we asked for the passerby, that I have to say that he was very polite, and he was willing to show us around the city. And he then, in the discussion, he asked us about where we coming from. So we told him we're coming from Cyprus. So then he asked about our names. And when he realized that we are from the two sides, he joked. And he said, no, something is wrong here. You shouldn't work together and laughing. You should fight each other. And the problem is that, in a way, his point was right. Because unfortunately, the common belief in the society here in the world and in Cyprus is that it is how the things has to be done. So me, Hare, the Biology Cultural Movement, through our position as a head of a small communities we manage, our choirs, we want to break these stereotypes. And of course, our weapon is our music and the polyphonic music. Thank you so much. I'm sorry about my English.
Thank Thank you, Michaelis. Yes, a strong message. Music can build bridges, and thank you for working on that and that you are successful. And yes, we are staying in the neighborhood of Cyprus, just sailing across the Mediterranean to Turkey. I warmly invite Nevin Shahin from the Choral Cultural Association to present us choral prospects of microtonal singing in Southeastern Europe.
Thank you, Yoji. Hello, everyone. I will not be going into the detail of the political turmoil. I will just focus on the music. And this is a prospective project. This project is not in progress right now. Michaelis already mentioned the connection between two cultures and the importance of collecting singing traditions as intangible cultural heritage. Here you can see an example from Cyprus on the left and an example from Turkey on the right. We have really interesting collective singing traditions, and I want to make you hear some small extracts from some examples. So you already know that there are joint projects going on together in between the two countries, and if you're lucky enough, you will be able to hear Sofia and Chidem in Serbia this summer. Now the examples. So this is from Byzantine colophony, actually a Romanian interpretation with the style of Mantatos, which was, of course, influenced by the tradition in Istanbul. We are hearing the first line of the music showing the drum. A very similar example is from the Ottoman Istanbul, actually. I will make you hear a very small extract from a 19th century Ottoman song in Makam Uşak. So again with the microtonalities, again with a similar singing technique. But of course this is a contemporary rendition. Now that with the involvement of instruments, I would like to mention also the involvement of dance, because they always go hand in hand. And lastly, I want to show you a small extract from the national broadcast. This example is loyal to the tradition, by the way, both with the dance and with the chorus actually joining the song in the chorus.
Susadım su isterim, pınar nerede gözlerim? Susadım su isterim, pınar nerede gözlerim? Ben pınardan can veriyorum, ille yarim isterim. Halbuki teyzem dayım, yorusun doğrusun. Abine ben varacağım, yengem olur dönerim. Hop diri dak diri dom, ben yarimi seviyorum. Hop diri dak diri dom, ben yarime ölüyorum. Hop diri dak diri dom, ben yarimi seviyorum.
And I can see some smile on the faces of the people who can understand the lyrics because it's really funny. What are the prospects concerning the traditional singing styles of the region? So we can include the microtonalities of makams and ihi in contemporary compositions of choral music. So this prospective project might welcome composers. What else? We can integrate local singing styles into choral polyphony, which not only welcomes composers, but also welcoming singers and conductors, so that we can work on integrating those idiosyncratic peculiarities, let's say. And the performance, for retrieving the tradition, we can also include dance, which means we can also incorporate choreographies into choral performances. And the last but not the least, I want to mention the importance of collecting and disseminating these choral works. So this can also include music librarians as well. We are initiating the Turkish Choral Music Library together with the Turkish State Choir. And once we have compositions, performances related to the collective singing traditions of the region, it would be easier for every singer in Europe to find out what's going on in the region and be able to perform those musics. Thank you.
Thank you, Nevin. Thank you for sharing with us these treasures of your collective singing heritage. And now I think our next presenter is not joining us on Zoom. It should be Maya Alavidze from Georgia, but anyway, Maya sent us a recording of her Kutaisi song and then State Academic Ensemble. Anyway, I propose that we take this 3 minutes music break and listen to the music from Georgia. Well, now we are heading to another Mediterranean country. So, Gospova Kosovic from Montenegrin Choral Association, our new member association, will take us to Montenegro and the beautiful city Herceg Novi.
Montenegro. There is no smaller country but the bigger beauty. You can visit the whole country in 1 week.
Yes.
But if it was ironed, it would have been the biggest country on earth. You can wake up.
Thank you.
Respected ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Montenegrin Choir Association and Mrs. Nada Karadzic, its director, I would like to greet you all dearly. It took great commitment, hard work, and great love for music to start Herceg Novi International Choir Festival in 2015. It was done by Professor Nada Karadzic in cooperation with Professor Marita Topic and with great support of famous conductor and singing teacher from Herceg Novi, Mrs. Darinka Matic-Marovic, who opened the first festival as jury president. This festival and its presence is the future of choral singing in Herceg Novi and in Montenegro as well, since this kind of music was neglected years back and was reduced to individual examples. It is especially worth emphasizing that festival grows with years, through organizers' persistent effort to attract as many interested choirs and visitors from surrounding countries as possible, with festival's quality and authenticity. In fairly short time, festival has become recognizable not only regionally, but within wider international framework, which is confirmed by the large number of registered choral ensembles during these 8 years of existence. Since 2021, Festival Art Director is Professor Jelena Cvetković-Crvenica, who makes great contribution to cross-border affirmation of the festival with her great commitment. The importance of the festival and newly formed Montenegrin Choral Association was recognized by European Choral Association, and we became its member in March this year. We invite you to book your term for Herceg-Novi International Choral Festival 2024 from 3rd till 6th of October. I kindly invite you to watch the short movie on country and the town we come from, and the festivals that make Herceg-Novi Cultural Event Center, not only in Montenegro, but in region, and finally, what we are here for in the first place, the story on established international choral ensemble. Thank you. Montenegro. There is no smaller country but the bigger beauty. You can visit the whole country in 1 week. But if it was ironed, it would have been the biggest country on earth. You can wake up in the morning on the beautiful Adriatic shore, have a lunch on the lake, and in the evening enjoy your walk on Montenegrin mountains. The country painted with magnificent towns which are scattered throughout its whole territory like autumn leaves on wind, on its mountain slopes, in valleys and on seashores. The unique Mediterranean country with around 600,000 population. Herceg-Novi, the first town on the entrance into southernmost fjord of Europe and the most beautiful bay of Mediterranean, Boka Bay. The fjord that expands 28 kilometers into mainland, welcoming its guests with the beauty of its islands of St. George, Lady of Rocks, Our Lady. All towns where each step is a walk through history. Mimosa Festival, the event which lasts for 5 decades now, ongoing few weeks, and today is the main part of Herceg-Novi touristic offer. Many street events, the big children and adult carnival, majorettes and mimosa traveling caravan are just some of segments of this exceptional event. If you are the flower, be mimosa, as Victor Hugo said. Film Festival, held each year beginning of August. The idea of the festival that today has the status of special meaning for Montenegrin culture was born in far 1987. Days of Music. International Festival of Classic Music is held in July since 1983. Jazz Festival. This festival differs in concept from any other jazz festival in surrounding area. Guitar Art Summer Fest. International Classic Guitar Festival that lasts since 2005. International Choral Festival. The admission of Montenegrin Choral Association to European Choral Association presents a great success and support for all of us who see collective singing as integral link in cultural and art life. The festival is designed on principles of gatherings and choral singing, with the intention to bring this music back to young people today on a modern way, and be the incentive to nurture and preserve choral singing in Montenegro, creating new generations of choral music and its audience. I'm sure that you would love to visit the sunny town. And last but not least, poet Ljuban Nenadović said, "And I wonder how the sun can set when it will never find the beauty like this one."
And now to the last package. We have 4 presentations of projects that will take place in 2024 and might convince us to join them. And for starters, we have an Italian team. I'm inviting Alessandra Di Andrea and Rossana Pagliaga from the National Federation of the Regional Choral Associations in Italy, in short FENIARCO, to share with us an example of good practice they have and tell us what acronym TOC is standing for.
Hello everyone, I'm Alessandra from FENIARCO, and together with Rossana we would like to share with you some initiatives of our federation. I would like to talk to you briefly about a project that concerns the realization of a digitalization program of our association FENIARCO, which is promoted by the Italian Ministry of Culture and supported with the Next Generation European Union funds. The goal of initiatives such as TOCC, which is the name of this project, is to support the relaunch of the cultural and creative sectors. FENIARCO participated with 2 different projects because there were 4 general implementation lines. In the first case, we scored 80 out of 100 points, and we were therefore admitted and financed. The second case, the one of ecological transition, we scored 61 points. We were admitted but not financed. Then, our project has a duration of 18 months. We have started it on 15 October of this year, and we will end it on 15 April 2025. The total value is euro 89,000, and we are financed by 71 euros thousand. FENIARCO involved 3 other partners. Then the networking is obviously welcome, but not mandatory. Then let's see in details the 5 action lines of the project. The first, we would like to create a mobile app dedicated to Italian choral music, usable by both devices and downloadable for free, with events, news, choirs info, and members' facilities. Then Italia Cori, which is our web portal of our choir members. We have 2,700 choirs and 2,004 conductors. And we want to develop and implement this very important website with new features, for example, about news of composers and connection with the apps. Then a new site dedicated exclusively to choral education with proposal organized throughout the country and sorted by type, length, and duration. Then Archivi Corali, which is a digital container that preserves the heritage of Italian choral music. Our idea is to collect all the recording and the publishing production made by members' choirs. Then finally, the renewal of our current network of websites. We have 23 websites, 2 for FENIARCO and 21 for the regional association. We would like to develop and implement also this network. Then, okay, that's it. Maybe there is something similar in your countries. Have a look. Now I leave the floor to Rossana. We will present you briefly our 3 2004 events under the label of the European Choral Association. Thank you.
And in 1 minute and a half of very catchy things, we have, as Alessandra said, 3 big events organized by FENIARCO under the label of the European Choral Association. 1 is for singers, 1 is for composers, the 3rd is for conductors, so we have everything. In Montecatini, we have the Spring Festival. This is the largest festival for school choirs, and it's international, so you can join with your choirs. It's a huge experience. It's really something outstanding. We have 17 ateliers for different ages in 2 weeks, and we have, of course, also lecturers that come from many places. You can meet here Tom Johnson, for example, and Jan Schumacher. And then we have the seminar for choral composers in Aosta to develop and spread your creativity as composers. If you have good composers, they can come and study with Bob Chilcott and Tadeja Wulz and work in the frame of beautiful Italian mountains. And then at the end, we have the Fosco Court International Competition for choral conductors. This is the European competition. So come to Torino. There are 5 very good choirs and 1 professional choir. We will have the St. Jacob's Chamber Choir for the final part of this competition. So you are really warm invited to Italy and to join these European international events.
Thank you, Rosanna and Alessandra, for inviting us to Italy. And now we will see a presentation from the Spanish Choral Directors Association, AED Coro. Alfonso Elorriega-Lor recorded this presentation in advance as he cannot be with us today. So let's see what Alfonso and AED Coro prepared for us.
Hi, everybody. This is the presentation of the Spanish National Association. My name is Alfonso Elorriaga, PhD at the Autónoma University of Madrid. I'm also a member in the editorial board of the International Journal of Research in Choral Singing, published by the ACTA. Well, AED Coro is the current National Spanish Association of Choral Conductors. What have we done throughout this last year? Well, we have done a lot of activities, as you can see here, like our annual symposium in Burgos, where AED Coro organized this symposium with national and foreign directors and exhibitors of products and services related to choral music. During this meeting, the 19th National Choir Competition Antonio José was held, and the event was sponsored by, among others, the Ignite Scholarship for Internationalization of the ECA. We had the presence of some personalities from other countries, such as the General Secretary of ECA, Sonia Kaina, who participated in several presentations and roundtables on cultural management, ecology, and functional diversity. We also held our annual meeting of members of the association in Granada. We had a masterclass on Sephardic music, the first edition of the City of Granada Choral Competition, and a day dedicated to children and youth choirs, with a festival organized by the Granada Choral Federation and a directors' roundtable organized and moderated by AED Coro. We also participated in the 15th anniversary of the Gea de los Caballeros Choral Competition in April. This was a collaboration in the commemorative events of the 50th anniversary of this choral contest. Directors, forum, and choral stall also were held. At this event, Mr. Gabriel Valdés was named an honorary member. We also participated in this meeting of all regions school boards of Spain in Granada. This was a participation in the meeting organized by the National State School Board on topics of particular relevance to educational community. We collaborated in the work teams, explaining the importance of enhancing and supporting a national school choral program. And we also managed a school choral concert. We also organized a repertoire reading workshop and National Choral Singing Grand Prize in Burgos, again, to discover new composers and directors who are members of AED Coro within the activities of the 23rd National Choral Singing Grand Prix. A gospel music workshop was also organized here. We invite all participants to think about the role of women in the choral world in all the broad aspects, like singing, conducting, composing, producing, educating, managing, among others. We encourage female choral conductors worldwide to share their experiences with us and with other colleagues at all levels within the profession. We would like to create a model that allows female choral conductors to foster their professional careers and become influential conductors at any teaching or professional level. And we also would like to allow all women involved in the choral world to work on projects with other people. This conference aims to build confidence, foster mentorship, and provide a sense of belonging, and encourage, of course, leadership. This is the provisional planning program of this conference to be held in Madrid, where you can see the different activities we are organizing for these days. You can have more info in our social networks and in our web page, and you can see here that everything is going to be happened in Madrid, in downtown. So this is very, very easy to come and participate. So we all encourage you to come to Madrid and participate in this conference. We all be waiting for you.
Yes, so in 2024 it will be really difficult to decide where to go, as now I have another invitation for you. So now we are going to two beautiful countries with amazing choral traditions, Georgia and Armenia, in cooperation with the European Choral Association Tutarchela Youth Choir from Georgia and International Association of the Armenian Culture are organizing a study tour for conductors. These two events will happen under the label of the European Choral Association. And this study tour is designed as a modular system where you will be able to visit only one of the two countries or both. The study will happen in September 2024. The program is already finalized and you can check it on our website. We are just waiting for approval of some funds so that by the mid of December we will publish also other details with the registration form. And now I'm passing the word to Nino Gasvalia that will present us the Georgian part of the study tour. Hello and greetings to Georgia.
Hello, Vilnius. I'm sure you have a great time in Vilnius during the membership weekend. I wish you all the best. Now I'm going to tell you about the study tour in Georgia, which will be held in September, in the middle of September 2024. Just a little information about Georgia. It's a country between Europe and Asia. So our country has something Asian, something European. So we have Caucasus, we have Black Sea, which creates beautiful landscapes, beautiful sceneries, beautiful and interesting hiking opportunities. Tbilisi is a capital of Georgia, which was built in 4th century. And yeah, Tutarchela Youth Choir is a organizer of study tour. We arrange study tour in Georgia. The choir is almost 15 years old. On the first day, the participants will have the chance to attend the grand concert of Tutarchela. And now I want to show you recordings of. So during the study tour, we will have the trip around Tbilisi, the old streets of Tbilisi or Tbilisi culture and so on. And we will have the chance to meet Georgian Choral Association and also the Georgian Folklore Center. And we will have a chance to listen Georgian men ensemble Pasiani. Now. This singing technique is krimanchuli. It's kind of Georgian yodel or yoik. You can see the film Beyond Tradition, directed by Lea Hegman. In the film, our choir, represents krimanchuli singing. Also, during the study tour, we will have a chance to see Uplistiche. This is an old town in caves, which was built in 14th century before the Christ was born. And near to Uplistiche, we will go to Gori, where we can listen Georgian Gori, a woman ensemble, which is well known throughout the Europe. Also, we will have a chance to see Mtskheta, the old capital city of Georgia, which was built in 4th century before the Christ was born, with beautiful Christian churches and monasteries, and also have a chance to listen ensemble Tzlevari. So this was a quick summary of our study tour. We invite you to have a great time in Georgia and wish you all the best. We will try our best to make this time unforgettable.
Sì? Io приятно, ти спасибо.
Thank you, Nino, and greetings to Georgia. And now, on behalf of the International Association of the Armenian Culture, Maestro Barkev Taslaken is with us today. Hello, Mr. Taslaken.
Hello.
Hello. You can start your presentation and invitation.
Good morning, all of you. I am now talking from Lebanon because I live in Lebanon. I have two nationalities, Armenian and Lebanese. The study tour to Armenia, it will start from the 20th to 26th of September 2024. It's a project of collaboration between European Choral Association and the International Association of the Armenian Culture. I will tell you shortly, in a short period, what will we do there. Now, Armenia is like the link between Europe and the Middle East, especially musically. When you listen to a concert, you will realize that it's Middle Eastern, really Middle Eastern, and really European. In our study tour, we will visit choir rehearsals, choir concerts. In Armenia, there are 4 a cappella national choirs. We will visit them all, some of them to their rehearsals, some of them to concerts, and we will have at least one Armenian opera concert in Yerevan. And the job is done with collaboration with the Armenian Choral Association of Armenia and the Choir Conductors Association of Armenia, and with the support of Ministry of Culture of Armenia. And we will have some visits, touristic visits in Armenia. You will see very old churches in Armenia, and you know that Armenia is the first country that adopted the Christianity in 301. There are very old churches there, very special churches there, and even the food is mixed by European and Middle Eastern and even Arabic, because in the diaspora we have lots of Armenians. They brought the Arabic culture in Armenia. I suggest not only come to Armenia, go first to Georgia and then visit Armenia. You will see another kind of culture, and you will enjoy. I hope you will enjoy all. I encourage all of you to visit Armenia to see how is the culture there. Thank you.
Thank you, Barko. Thank you for inviting us to Armenia and also to Georgia. So mark in your calendar September 2024. And now we have one last invitation for you. Summer of 2024 is bringing another great festival that will happen in the organization of the Serbian Choral Association, and it is also under the label of the European Choral Association. So Serbian team is joining me and will present us the Singing Bridges Festival.
Hello, everyone. My team here, team of conductors of the Serbian Choral Association, also a festival team, is here to present the festival next July. Milan Radišić, Dunja Huzjan, and Zorica Kozlovački, together with me. And this will be the second edition under the label of the European Choral Association. Last year we had the first edition of the festival when Novi Sad was the European capital of culture. So let's first see the video that reminds us of the first festival and announces the second one. So this is the website where you can find more information and also pick the booklets. We have plenty of it, so each of you can take a few at the entrance. I will pass the microphone to my colleagues now, and I will just play the atelier leaders.
Hello, everybody. The festival will have 16 ateliers, 4 A level, 6 B level, 4 C level, and 2 special ateliers, D level, ateliers for national youth choirs, and study tour for conductors.
We are very happy and proud of our list of ateliers. As you can see, we have some very well-known and popular names among it, and also some conductors from less represented countries in this type of festivals.
And concerts on festival will take place in concerts venues and churches all over the town, as well as in open-air stages.
Concert of guest choirs and choir-to-choir concert of participating choirs.
Also plan some tourism during the festival. We will have a short excursion.
And we will have open singing every night in the city center.
You're probably very curious about the registration. It will be open very soon at the end of November, and for all of the participants who wish to apply by the end of this year, we have an early bird discount of 10%.
So please visit the website cxa.rs, which is a play of alphabets in Cyrillic and the Latin alphabet also, and but you can find more information about that. For the ending of this session, we invite you for some short open singing. There's a improvisation made 2 days ago, and my team, we had just a short rehearsal of 1 minute in my hotel room this morning, so we apologize for mistakes, and join us after.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Serbian Choral Association team, especially for ending this session with a song. And I think we can also make one final thank you applause to all the presenters that you have the opportunity to listen today. Thank you. We've reached the very end of the project presentations for today, and I just can send greetings to all of you that joined us on Zoom or watched us on Facebook stream. We hope to see you also in the future on our webinars or other online gatherings. The first opportunity will be to join us on 12th of January at 4 p.m. Central European Time, when we will have an online networking session for the beginning of the year 2024. And like I mentioned before, if you have any questions, reach out to our presenters during the breaks or write them an email. And so that was all from my side for today. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day and hope to see you soon, the ones that followed us online. Thank you. Thank you, and we also reached the time for coffee.